terrified of coffee?
Not the coffee, the menu. It's huge. There are Italians words like macchiato and cortado. The line is moving fast. The barista's staring at you. I always panic and just order water.
You order water at a coffee shop because you are scared?
Yes, I don't want to look stupid.
Jake, that ends today. We are going to fix your menu anxiety right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Talk in English channel. I'm your host, Anna.
And I'm Jake. Welcome, guys.
We're starting a brand new, extremely practical series today called Real English at the Coffee Shop. We are going to teach you exactly how to navigate an American cafe from the moment you walk in until you leave.
And as you heard in the intro, I really need this. Coffee shops in the US can be intimidating. They seem to have their own secret language.
They really do. It isn't just about grammar, it's about culture. So we're starting with the arrival and the menu. Jake, when you first walk into a shop, what is the biggest challenge?
It's the menu board. It's usually written in chalk or on big screens above the counter. It's divided into sections like espresso classics, brewed coffee, and seasonal specials. I never know where to look.
That is common. The first distinction you need to understand is the difference between brewed coffee and espresso drinks.
Right. Brewed coffee is the simple stuff, right?
Yes, sometimes called drip coffee. It comes from a machine that drips hot water over grounds. If you want something simple, cheap, and caffeinated, this is what you order. You just ask for a house blend or a dark roast.
Okay, so if I just want a normal cup of black coffee, I focus on the brewed section. But the confusion usually happens with the espresso drinks.
Exactly. These are drinks made with shots of concentrated coffee and steamed milk. Lattes, cappuccinos, Americanos.
And then you have the seasonal specials, like the pumpkin spice latte in the fall or the peppermint mocha in the winter.
Those are usually sugary and fun. Now, Jake, imagine you're standing in the line or waiting in line. You're looking at the board. What phrases can you use to express that you're undecided?
Well, I often use the phrase, I'm torn between.
That is a fantastic phrase. I'm torn between the latte and the cold brew. It means you want both and you can't decide.
It's a good way to buy time if the barista asks you what you want. You can say, sorry, I'm still deciding. I'm torn between two drinks.
Another very common verb we use in this situation is to grab.
To grab, we use this for quick actions, right?
Yes. Instead of saying, I am going to buy a coffee, a native speaker will almost always say, I'm gonna grab a coffee.
Or let's grab a table. Let's grab some lunch. It implies it's casual and quick.
Exactly. And notice you said gonna instead of going to. In casual coffee shop English, pronunciation is very relaxed.
Now, Anna, what if I see something on the menu called cold brew and iced coffee? Are they the same thing?
No, and this is a common mistake. Iced coffee is hot coffee that was cooled down and poured over ice. Cold brew is never heated. It is steeped in cold water for 12 to 24 hours.
So the flavor is different.
Yes, cold brew is smoother and less acidic, and usually it has much more caffeine.
Ah, that's good to know. So if I need energy, I should grab a cold brew.
Definitely. Another term you see on the board is roast, blonde, medium, dark. Do you know the difference?
I always assume dark roast means it has more caffeine because it tastes stronger.
That is actually a myth. Blonde roast or light roast often has the most caffeine.
Really? I've been ordering wrong my whole life. I thought dark meant power.
Nope, just flavor. So if you're looking at the menu and you feel confused, it's totally okay to ask the barista, the person making the coffee.
What is a polite way to ask for help?
You can ask, what do you recommend? Or, is the dark roast very bitter today?
Or maybe, what is your most popular drink?
Exactly. Don't suffer in silence. The baristas are there to help you.
Okay, so I've survived looking at the menu board. I know the difference between brewed and espresso. I know to say I'm gonna grab a coffee.
You are ready for the next step. But now we have to talk about the sizes, because in America, small, medium, large is not always the language we use.
Oh boy, tall, grande, venti. That is a nightmare.
It is, but we'll decode it next. Okay, Jake, we're at the front of the line. The barista is looking at us. It's time to speak.
This is the moment I usually freeze. I know what I want to drink, but I don't know how to say the size correctly.
That's valid. If you go to a small local cafe, they usually just say small, medium, and large. But if you go to a big chain like Starbucks, they use Italian words.
Let's clarify these once and for all. What is a tall?
A tall is actually a small, 12 ounces.
That is so confusing. In normal English, tall means big.
I know, it's historical marketing. Just remember, tall equals small. Next is grande.
Grande means big in Spanish or Italian, right?
Yes, but in the coffee world, grande is a medium, 16 ounces.
And then the big one, venti.
Venti means 20 in Italian, so it is 20 ounces. That is the large.
Okay, tall, small, grande, medium, venti, large. Can I just say medium? Will they understand me?
Yes, you do not have to use the fancy words. If you say, "Can I get a medium latte?" they will understand perfectly. They might write G on the cup for grande, but they won't be angry at you.
That is a relief. Now, let's talk about the sentence structure. I shouldn't just say, I want coffee, right?
No, that sounds very rude and demanding. We usually use questions or soft statements. The most common phrase is, "Can I get a?"
Can I get a grande latte?
Yes, or "I'll have a,"
I'll have a venti Pike Place roast.
or "I'd like a," which is very polite. "I'd like a tall Americano, please."
Okay. Now, sometimes when I order a regular black coffee, the barista asks me a question I don't understand. They say something about room.
Ah, yes. They ask, "Do you want room for cream?" or just "room for cream?"
What does that mean?
It means, "Do you want me to leave some empty space at the top of the cup?"
Why would I want empty space? I want coffee.
Because if you plan to add milk or cream at the condiment bar, you need space. If they fill it to the top and you pour milk in, it will overflow and burn your hand.
Oh, that has definitely happened to me. So if I drink black coffee, I say no room. If I want milk, I say yes, leave room.
Exactly. It's a very practical question.
Now, let's talk about the order of words. It seems like there is a specific grammar to ordering coffee.
There is. Generally, you go size, temperature, drink.
So, grande, iced, latte.
Perfect. If you say latte, grande, iced, they will understand you, but it forces the barista's brain to work backward. Grande iced latte follows the way they write it on the cup.
What about for here or to go?
That is usually the last thing you say or the last thing they ask. For here means you want a ceramic mug and you will sit down. To go means you want a paper cup with a lid.
In other countries, they say takeaway.
Yes, but in the US, always use to go. I'll have a grande latte to go.
And one tip regarding greetings. When I get to the counter, should I have a long conversation?
No, it is polite to say, "Hi, how are you?" but keep it moving. They're busy. A quick "Hi, can I get a?" is perfectly polite.
Okay, so I have the size, the phrase can I get a, and the room for cream rule. But Anna, I like my coffee complicated. I don't just want milk. I want oat milk, vanilla syrup, and extra shots.
Ah, you are a high-maintenance coffee drinker.
I am, but I get nervous ordering all those things.
Don't worry. Next, we're going to teach you how to build a complex order without getting tongue-tied.
I can't wait. Let's get complicated.
Jake, you mentioned you like complicated orders, the fancy coffee.
I do. I feel cool when I hold a cup that has 5 different instructions written on the side. But saying it out loud is hard.
Welcome to Customizations. This is where we learn to modify the standard drink. Let's start with the milk.
Standard milk is usually 2% or whole milk, right?
Yes, if you don't say anything, that is what you get. But nowadays, dairy-free is huge.
So if I want plant-based milk, I have to specify. What are the options?
Oat milk is the most popular right now. Almond milk and soy milk are classics, and coconut milk.
So I say, can I get a latte with oat milk?
Yes, just be aware there's usually an upcharge, extra cost for this.
What about if I want diet milk?
We call that non-fat or skim milk. Sometimes you will hear the term skinny. If you order a skinny latte, it usually means non-fat milk and sugar-free syrup.
Skinny. Got it. Now let's talk about sugar, syrups.
The flavors: vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, mocha. If you want a specific flavor, you put it before the drink name. Vanilla latte.
What if I want it extra sweet?
You ask for extra pumps. The syrup comes in a pump bottle, so you say, "Can I get a vanilla latte with 2 extra pumps of vanilla?"
That sounds like a toothache waiting to happen.
It is. Conversely, if you want less sugar, you ask for a half sweet. "Can I get a half sweet mocha?"
Now, energy, caffeine. Sometimes I want to sleep, so I need decaf.
"Can I get a decaf cappuccino?" Or half caf if you want 50% caffeine.
And sometimes I'm extremely tired and I need to wake up immediately.
Then you need extra shots of espresso. A standard drink has 1 or 2 shots. You can ask for an extra shot.
Is there a name for 2 shots?
A double shot, and 4 shots is a quad shot.
I've heard of a drink called a red eye. What is that?
That is for the serious caffeine addicts. It's a regular drip coffee with a shot of espresso added to it. It's called a red eye because it helps you stay awake on an overnight flight.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about temperature. We already know iced, but what if I want my coffee really, really hot?
You ask for extra hot. Baristas steam the milk to a specific temperature, usually 160 degrees. If you say extra hot, they steam it longer.
And what about the white fluffy stuff on top?
Whipped cream. In coffee speak, we usually shorten this to whip. So the barista might ask you, whip or no whip?
Exactly. And you say, no whip, please.
Okay, let's try to build a monster order. I want large size, iced, vanilla, oat milk, extra espresso shot, no whip. Okay, remember the order: size, temp, flavor, milk, modifications, drink.
Can I get a venti iced vanilla oat milk latte with an extra shot and no whip?
Perfect. You nailed it. It's a long sentence, but it follows a logical flow.
It feels like speaking a code.
It is a code, but once you know the pieces, you can build anything.
I feel confident about the coffee now, but usually when I get coffee, I also get hungry.
Of course, you need a pastry.
But ordering food has its own vocabulary.
It does. Let's head to the pastry case.
Anna, I'm standing at the register, but I'm looking through the glass counter. I see muffins, cookies, sandwiches. This is the pastry case.
Correct. In most American coffee shops, you order your food at the same time and place as your coffee. You don't go to a separate line.
That's good to know. Now, there is one item in that case that everyone is afraid to pronounce: the French bread.
The croissant.
Yes. How do Americans say it? Do we say croissant like a real French person?
Honestly, if you say croissant with a perfect French accent in an American Starbucks, people might think you're trying too hard. It can sound a little pretentious.
So what is the American pronunciation?
Most Americans say croissant with a hard R and a hard T, or croissant.
Croissant. Okay, I will stick with that. Now what about the other items? We have muffins, scones, a harder biscuit-like pastry, and bagels.
Bagels are very common for breakfast, but you can't just order a bagel. You have to specify the spread.
The spread?
Yes, cream cheese, butter, or peanut butter. Can I get a plain bagel with cream cheese?
And there are different types of bagels too. Plain, sesame, and my favorite, the everything bagel.
The everything bagel has garlic, onion, poppy seeds, sesame seeds, and salt. It's delicious, but gives you bad breath.
Worth it. Now here is a key question. The pastries in the glass case are cold. I don't want a cold croissant.
Right, so you need to know the phrase warmed up.
Warmed up.
Yes, you can ask, can you warm that up for me? Or the barista might ask you, would you like that warmed up?
And for bagels, they usually ask, would you like that toasted?
Exactly. Toasted means crispy. Warmed up just means hot.
What about sandwiches, like the bacon, egg, and cheese?
We call those breakfast sandwiches. Those are almost always served hot.
Let's talk about a casual way to order food. I hear people say, I'm eyeing.
Yes, I'm eyeing that chocolate croissant. It means I am looking at it with desire. It's a fun, conversational way to order.
Or throw in.
Can you throw in a cake pop? It means add it to my order.
Cake pops, those little round cakes on a stick, they're addictive.
They are. So, putting it together with the coffee, I'll have a grande coffee, and can you throw in a blueberry muffin? Warmed up, please.
That sounds very natural.
One important logistical thing. Usually they hand you the coffee at the pickup counter, but sometimes they give you the pastry right there at the register in a paper bag.
But if it needs to be warmed up?
Then you have to wait for it at the pickup counter with your coffee. They have to put it in the oven.
Okay, so I order, I ask for it warmed up, and then I have to pay.
The painful part. We need to talk about money and tipping.
Tipping at a coffee shop, that's a controversial topic.
It is. Let's discuss it next. Jake, you have placed your order, the venti latte and the warmed up muffin. The barista says, that'll be $14.50.
Ouch! Coffee is expensive these days.
It is. So how do you pay?
The barista usually asks, cash or card?
Yes. And be careful. Many coffee shops in cities are now card only or cashless. Always have a card or your phone ready.
I usually use Apple Pay or Google Pay.
That is called contactless payment. You just tap your phone or card on the reader.
But before I tap, the barista usually asks me a question about an app.
Do you want to scan your app? This refers to the loyalty app, like the Starbucks Rewards app.
I always say yes because I want my stars or points for free drinks.
Smart. Now let's talk about the most stressful moment of the transaction, the iPad screen.
Oh no, the screen spin.
The barista flips the screen around to face you. It shows the total and it gives you options, $1, $2, $5, or 15%, 20%, 25%, and the question, add a tip?
And the barista is standing right there, watching me. It is so much pressure. Do I have to tip for a coffee?
This is a big cultural debate in the U.S. Traditionally, you only tipped waiters in restaurants, but now it is becoming standard etiquette to tip at coffee shops, especially if you ordered a complicated drink.
If I just get a black coffee, do I tip?
It is not required. You can hit no tip or custom tip and leave some loose change in the tip jar, the physical jar on the counter. But if they made a venti 5-step latte for you, it is nice to leave $1.
Sometimes the barista will say something sneaky, like, it's just going to ask you a quick question on the screen.
Yes, it's going to ask you a quick question. That is code for please give me a tip. It's a polite way to direct your attention to the tipping screen without asking for money directly.
So when they say that, I know the tip screen is coming.
Exactly. Once you select the tip and pay, the machine might ask, would you like a receipt?
I usually say no thanks or email is fine. I don't need more paper in my pocket.
If you pay with cash, they will hand you the bills and coins back. That is called your change. Here's your change.
Okay, so scan the app, tap the phone, select the tip or not, take the receipt or not.
And then the transaction is done. The barista will say, we'll call your name at the end of the bar.
So now I have to wait, but where do I go?
You move to the handoff plane or the pickup area, but while we wait, we need to find a place to sit.
Hunting for a table and the elusive Wi-Fi password.
Jake, we paid for our drinks, but there's a 5-minute wait. The shop is crowded. Let's find a table.
This is the rush hour. Finding a seat is like a sport.
I see a spot over there. But wait, is there an outlet?
Ah, the most important thing for a student or digital nomad, an outlet or power socket. If you plan to work on your laptop, you need power.
We often see a chair that looks empty, but there's a jacket on it, or someone is sitting at the table next to it. How do you ask if it's free?
The polite phrase is, "Excuse me, is anyone sitting here?"
Or, is this seat taken?
If they say no, go ahead, then you can claim the prize.
Now you sit down, you open your laptop. What is the first thing you need?
The internet. I need to ask, what is the Wi-Fi password?
Check your receipt first. Usually it's printed on the bottom of the receipt, or there's a small sign on the counter.
But if I can't find it, can I ask the barista?
Yes, excuse me, could I get the Wi-Fi password? Sometimes the network is open, meaning no password is required.
Okay, I'm connected, I'm working, I'm sipping my imaginary coffee, but now nature calls. I need to use the restroom.
Note for learners, in the US, we say restroom or bathroom. We rarely say toilet in public. It sounds a bit vulgar.
Good tip, but here's the problem. I have my laptop on the table. I can't just leave it, it might get stolen, but I don't want to pack everything up just to pee.
So you have to do the coffee trust fall. You have to ask the stranger next to you for a favor.
This is terrifying. What do I say?
You turn to them and say, "Could you watch my stuff for a minute?"
Can you keep an eye on my bag?
Most Americans will say, "Sure, no problem," and they'll glance at your laptop while you're gone.
It's a social contract. If I ask you, you protect my stuff.
Exactly. But wait, you get to the restroom door and it's locked.
It has a keypad, the bathroom code. I have to go back to the barista again.
Excuse me, what is the code for the restroom? Sometimes it's on the receipt too.
Man, the receipt is important. Don't throw it away.
Seriously, keep the receipt.
So asking strangers to watch your stuff involves the phrase, "Would you mind?"
Would you mind watching my laptop? It is very polite.
And when I come back, I should say thanks.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm back from the restroom. My laptop is still there. Now I hear someone shouting.
I think your coffee is ready. Let's go to the pickup counter. We're standing at the pickup country, sometimes called the handoff plane. This is the area where the drinks come out.
This is the awkward waiting zone. Everyone is standing around, arms crossed, looking at their phones.
Sometimes the baristas are fast, but sometimes they're in the weeds.
In the weeds. That's a great idiom. What does it mean?
It means they're overwhelmed. They have too many orders and not enough time. They're buried in work.
So if they're in the weeds, you shouldn't try to talk to them. Just let them work.
Exactly. But if it's slow or if you're standing next to another customer, you might engage in small talk.
Americans love small talk. What can I say to the stranger next to me waiting?
You can comment on the situation. Busy in here today, huh?
Yeah, the line is crazy.
Or, I've been waiting 10 minutes for a bagel.
Complaining about the wait is a universal way to bond with strangers.
Or you can compliment the barista's skills. Wow, nice pour, if they're making latte art.
Latte art is the heart shape or leaf shape in the foam. It's cool.
Suddenly, the barista shouts a name. Jack!
My name is Jake. Do I take it?
This is the classic coffee shop problem. They spell names wrong or they shout them unclearly.
I see a cup. It says Jack, but I ordered a vanilla latte.
Check the label. The sticker on the cup tells you the order. If it says GRDE Van Lot, Grande Vanilla Latte, it's probably yours.
Okay, it's mine. They just heard Jack instead of Jake.
Sometimes they don't shout a name. They shout the drink. I have a venti oat milk latte.
That's me. I step forward. What do I say?
You say thanks or appreciate it and take the cup.
Now, before I walk away, I need accessories.
You need a sleeve. That is the cardboard ring that goes around the cup so you don't burn your hand.
And a stopper, the little green stick, if I'm walking, so it doesn't spill.
And napkins, and maybe a straw.
These items are usually at the condiment bar. That's the separate station with sugar, milk, and trash cans.
Although, recently, many shops keep straws behind the counter, so you might have to ask, could I get a straw?
Simple enough. But Anna, I just took a sip of my drink, and there's a problem.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
It tastes like regular milk. I ordered oat milk.
Oh no, it's wrong. We have to send it back.
That is the most awkward situation in the world. I don't want to be rude.
You don't have to be rude. We'll teach you how to complain politely. Next.
Anna, I have a crisis. My coffee is wrong. I asked for iced, this is hot, or I asked for decaf and I feel the caffeine hitting me.
It happens, Jake. Baristas are human. But you paid $7 or $8 for this drink. You deserve what you ordered.
I'm scared to complain. I don't want to be a Karen.
A Karen is slang for someone who complains rudely and demands to see the manager. You are not going to be a Karen. You are going to be a polite customer asking for a correction.
Okay, teach me the polite way.
Step 1. Approach the handoff counter, not the register line. Make eye contact. Step 2. Use the magic phrase, "Excuse me."
Excuse me? Okay.
Step 3. Use this formula. Apology, optional, plus statement of fact, plus request.
Apology, but they made the mistake.
I know, but saying sorry softens the blow. It makes you sound less aggressive.
Okay, sorry, I think I ordered this iced.
Perfect. Notice you said, "I think I ordered." You aren't saying you made a mistake. You are putting it on yourself. It saves their pride.
Excuse me, I asked for oat milk, but this tastes like regular milk.
That works too. The barista will almost always say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me remake that for you right now."
They use the word remake.
Yes, they will throw the wrong one in the sink and make a new one.
What if they forgot my food? I have my coffee, but I've been waiting 10 minutes for my croissant.
You can say, "Excuse me, I'm still waiting on a chocolate croissant."
Still waiting on. That's a good phrasal verb.
Or you can say, "I think you might have forgotten my bagel."
It's polite, but direct.
Now, here is the most important part. When they fix it, be nice.
If they say sorry, I should say no worries or it's okay.
Yes, no worries at all. If you act angry, everyone feels bad. If you are chill, they will give you the best service. Sometimes they even give you a recovery card, a free drink coupon for next time.
Really? Being nice pays off?
Always.
There's also the phrase, oh shoot.
Yes, a barista might say, "Oh shoot, I grabbed the wrong pot." It's a polite way of saying a bad word.
So speak up, but smile. Don't drink the milk if you're allergic just to be polite.
Please don't. Your health is more important than awkwardness.
Okay, I have my correct drink now. Oat milk, iced. I'm happy.
Let's sit down and absorb the atmosphere. There is a lot of specific vocabulary about the people in coffee shops.
Let's talk about coffee culture.
Jake, look around the coffee shop. Who do you see?
I see a guy with noise-canceling headphones typing furiously. I see a group of students with textbooks. I see a couple on a first date.
This is coffee culture. In America, coffee shops are known as a third place.
Third place? What are the first two?
Home is the first place. Work is the second place. The coffee shop is the third place where people gather to socialize, work, or relax.
It's like a community living room.
Exactly. Let's learn some slang for the coffee itself. The most famous one is Joe.
A cup of Joe. Why Joe?
Nobody knows for sure, but it's a classic American term. Another one is Java.
And if the coffee's really bad.
We call it dirt, mud, or sludge.
And if it's really strong, rocket fuel.
I like that one. And the feeling you get when you drink too much, the caffeine jitters.
That's when your hands shake and you talk too fast.
Followed by the caffeine crash when the energy stops.
Let's talk about the types of customers. There are the regulars.
A regular is someone who comes every day at the same time. The barista knows their order before they speak. The usual, Jake?
That is my dream. I want to be a regular. The usual, please.
Then there are the campers.
Campers? Like with a tent?
Metaphorically, people who buy one small coffee and sit at a table for 6 hours using the Wi-Fi. They camp out at the table.
Is that rude?
It can be if the shop is crowded. If you stay a long time, you should buy a second item. Rent the table by buying pastries.
Then there is the coffee snob.
The person who judges everyone. Oh, you drink Starbucks? I only drink single origin pour over from Ethiopia.
I know that guy. He talks about notes of blueberry and chocolate in the bean.
Coffee tasting is actually called cupping. It's like wine tasting.
I just want my caffeine fix. I'm not a snob.
What about the phrase, let's grab coffee? We talked about it in the beginning.
Does it mean we actually have to drink coffee?
No, it just means let's meet up casually. You can drink tea, water, or nothing. It's the standard low-pressure invitation for a date, a business meeting, or catching up with a friend.
We should grab coffee sometime.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the universal social glue.
We've been here for a while, Jake. We've camped out. I think it's time to head out.
But we can't just leave our mess.
No, we need to talk about cleaning up and saying goodbye. Jake, I finished my venti oat milk latte. I ate my warm croissant. I used the Wi-Fi for 2 hours. It's time to go.
Okay, let's stand up. But wait, look at the table.
There are crumbs, there is a napkin, there is an empty cup.
In a full-service restaurant, you leave it. But in a coffee shop, you must bus your table.
Bus the table. That means clear it. You are responsible for your own mess.
Where do I put it?
Look for the trash station. It usually has a hole for trash, landfill, a hole for recycling, plastic or paper, and sometimes a bucket for liquids.
That liquid bucket is important. Don't throw a cup full of ice into the trash bag. It will leak everywhere. Pour it out first.
Exactly. Be a good citizen. Leave the table clean for the next person. If you leave a mess, the baristas will dislike you.
And I want them to like me so I can become a regular.
Exactly. Now, as we walk out the door, what do we say?
We can wave to the baristas behind the counter.
And say, thanks, guys.
Or have a good one.
Have a good one. That is the ultimate American goodbye phrase. It works for morning, noon, and night.
See ya is also good.
Simple and friendly.
Anna, we did it. We survived the entire coffee shop experience.
We did. Let's do a quick recap of the journey for our listeners.
We checked the menu and navigated the brewed versus espresso options.
We learned the sizes, tall, grande, venti.
We customized our drinks with milk and syrups.
We ordered pastries, warmed up.
We handled paying and tipping and the awkward screen.
We asked for Wi-Fi and watched our stuff.
We waited and made small talk.
We politely fixed a mistake.
We learned the slang, cup of joe.
We cleaned up and left.
That is a complete guide. If you can do all of those things, you are fluent in coffee shop English.
I feel 100% confident now. I can walk into any cafe in New York, order a complicated drink, and not feel nervous.
That was the goal. Coffee shops are a great place to practice English because the interactions are repetitive. You can practice the same phrases every day.
Thank you, Anna, for guiding me through the menu anxiety.
You're welcome, Anna.
And thank you to all our listeners for joining us for this series. We hope you enjoyed your virtual coffee with us.
If you liked this series, please hit that subscribe button on Talk in English. Give us a like and leave a comment below.
We have a question for you. What is your go-to coffee order? Tell us in the comments.
We want to know, are you a block coffee person or a frappuccino person?
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay caffeinated.
And keep talking in English. Goodbye.